Hello, future mommies. It's Alexa here. It is Monday, March 16th. I posted a video a couple days ago. I did like a part one. I talked about my experience in an MLM, and I completely forgot to post part two, so I will go home and do that tonight. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update as far as my TTC journey. I am 3 days away from starting my period and definitely feel like I'm going to get it. I had, that day that you have right before your cycle where you just feel off. I know the day of I'll definitely be bummed out when it does happen, but at this point, after kind of like sitting back and really thinking about some things, especially what's going on in the world, as far as for any of you that don't know or that are out of the United States, we have something going on called the coronavirus. It's hit a lot of states right now. It has hit my state in Georgia, and it has hit a couple of places very close to me. We actually just found out of a confirmed coronavirus patient within 15 minutes of where my husband and I live. So it's been kind of crazy the last couple of weeks, and work has been a little crazy. Work was actually completely dead today. For any of you that don't know or are new to this channel, I do work in healthcare. I am a rehab technician for Emory in Atlanta, Georgia. And at the particular facility that we are at, a lot of our patients have extremely low immune systems or are very elderly, sickly in other ways. So, it's just really not safe for our patients to be coming. So all that being said, I think this month I'm really not going to be disappointed when I'm not pregnant, because I could not imagine being pregnant right now with what's going on. I don't know about everybody else, but I would be an absolute nervous wreck. I think I would worry myself to death, and it just wouldn't be a good environment to be carrying a baby in my opinion. I kind of feel like if I did turn out to be pregnant, I would want to lock myself up in my house, especially because I do work in the healthcare setting and we do have patients that are still coming in even if they are sick, and it wouldn't really be a good situation. So I think it's another one of God's things that is like, look, this happened, this is not a good time. It seems like every month he's giving me a sign when I'm not pregnant, that there's a reason why. Last month we had some family stuff going on, wasn't a good time. January, stuff going on, not necessarily family stuff, but just my husband found out he was going to be gone a bunch this year, not a good time. And then obviously December was the first month that I went off of the pill. My body was really freaking out. So the past 4 months or so, there has just been things that have been happening that I think God is just telling me, look, Alexa, this is not a good time. And especially right now at this point in time, not good. I do not want to be pregnant right now with the coronavirus going on. What is this person doing? Sorry, I do not want to pull out over a cop right now. So give me just a second. I just want to wait and see what he's doing, and I don't want him seeing that I'm recording on my phone. So I'm just going to wait, because I do not want to disrespect him right now. Okay. Thank you, sir. All right. Okay. Past the police officer. So, yeah, as I was saying, I just don't think it's a good time right now. There's just too much going on in the world as far as this virus, and it just wouldn't be safe. And like I said, I'm very much a worrier. So having a baby and carrying a baby right now and knowing that all this shit is going on would just, like I said, worry me to death. I would be so paranoid to leave the house. I would just want to lock myself up and not go anywhere. And I can't do that with my work because I would need to work. So kind of is what it is. As each month passes, I do find myself it getting a little bit easier. As crazy as that sounds. Now, again, when the day of comes, when I do get my period, obviously I'm going to be bummed. But as the months go by, I'm not as bummed, because I'm realizing, okay, this is just not the time. This just isn't it. I posted something on my app yesterday, and anytime I think I'm feeling this way, or if I'm feeling sad, or, something kind of spurs it and triggers me to feel sad about it, I'm just going to remember kind of what my husband said. And it really even wasn't what he said. I actually got it off of a TV show, and then he repeated it to me while we were watching it. If anybody watches Brooklyn Nine-Nine with Andy Samberg, he is hilarious. I love the show. He's basically a police officer in New York. He's married to one of the police officers, and they've been married for a while, and now they're trying to have a kid in the episodes that I just watched with him. And they were doing everything right, and nothing was happening. And then they tried another way, and nothing happened. And then they tried another way, and nothing happened. And so by the end of it, they had been trying for about 6 or 7 months, and the wife was just really frustrated and sad. So at one point, she's just like, I give up. I'm done. I don't even want to try anymore. So, of course, Andy Samberg's character comes to her and is like, look, there's other options we can try. It's not over. I don't want to quit. And she said something like, how every woman feels when you just can't get pregnant right away, and you just got that like really upset, distraught, disappointed feeling. And she's like, but I am just so upset. I wanted us to have the family that we want. And, I really just wanted to start our family. And Andy Samberg made a really good point in this episode. And he said, we are a family. Just because we don't have a baby yet doesn't mean you and I are not a family. We are a family, and until the universe, I think he said something like that, until the universe, says we're ready to have a kid, then we'll have one, and it'll be the happiest moment of our lives. But let's just enjoy trying, and let's just enjoy the family that we have now. And so, of course, my husband looks at me and says, hey, yeah, what he said. Let's enjoy the family we have now. Let's enjoy you and I as a family, our dog is a family, and our kitty in the family. So, he definitely has a good point. I need to be blessed for what I do have. And, I read on my apps sometimes of these poor women that have these really strong marriages, they think, and then all of a sudden their husband just runs out on them, and they're pregnant with this child. And now they're by themselves. And I read a story the other day about a woman who's been trying to get pregnant with her husband, and come to find out he had been cheating on her with another woman. And, she's been trying to have a kid with this guy, and then come to find out, boom, he's a scumbag, and he's been sleeping with somebody else behind your back this whole time. So I need to count my blessings. I have a wonderful home. I have a great husband. We have two have good jobs. We have fur babies that we love. We have 2 sets of really, really good parents that love us. So I think when this time of the month comes, I just need to be thankful for what I do have and not really dwell on what I don't have. And that's kind of what we're learning in church too. Be thankful for what you've got, and then anything else that you're really wanting, God will provide it for you when he feels that it's time. So that is my update for now. I'm going to focus on the road. I need to get home. My husband has just added more stress to my life. Not only with this whole Corona thing, his work been kind of crazy, but now my husband, who is in the National Guard, he is a commander in the National Guard in an engineer unit, has now been told that he might be activated. So he has a conference call tonight at 6, and then depending on what they say, he'll be on standby all day tomorrow and all day Wednesday. And at any point between the next 2 days, he could be called. So that's another thing to add. And he leaves next week. So this was supposed to be like our last week to really spend together, and now I don't even know if that's going to happen. So again, you guys, if I'm not pregnant, it's not going to be the end of the world. I'll tell you that. The good news is I'll have a little bit of a break this next month to not really worry about it. And then when May comes, when my husband gets back, that will be my most fertile time. So we'll see. May, I'll still have a chance. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. So I hope everybody had a great weekend. For anybody that is in the general area with all this coronavirus stuff, please, please, please be safe. Wash your hands, cover your mouth. If your doctors have told you not to go anywhere, don't go anywhere. If you have low immune systems, try to stay in if you can. Be sure to always thank the grocery store workers, the doctor's office workers, anybody that's really out and about. Thank your police officers, thank your military, thank your nurses, anybody in the hospital, thank them for that, because they're the ones out here really dealing with it. So, next time you're in the grocery store buying toilet paper or whatever you need to buy, just thank the person behind the register, and because, they have to deal with all that. So thank the people that are really out here having to deal with all this bullshit. And stay safe, guys. Bye.